Imagine waking up every day feeling trapped in a life you didn't choose. Your job feels meaningless. Your possessions own you, and deep inside, you're screaming for something more. Fight Club isn't just a movie. It's a psychological mirror reflecting our deepest frustrations, identity crises, and suppressed desires. But what if I told you there's much more happening beneath the surface? Let's break it down. David Fincher's Fight Club, based on Chuck Palahniuk's novel, is more than just an underground brawl fest. It's a brutal exploration of dissociative identity disorder, consumerism, masculinity, and the human need for chaos. The narrator, played by Edward Norton, is a man drowning in modern life's emptiness. He suffers from insomnia, alienation, and a severe identity crisis, which leads to the creation of Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt. A confident, rebellious alter ego. But what's the psychology behind all of this? At its core, Fight Club is a textbook case of dissociative identity disorder, DID. The narrator and Tyler Durden are two personalities inhabiting the same mind. The narrator, lost in corporate monotony, creates Tyler as an escape, a figure who embodies everything he wishes he could be, fearless, charismatic, and completely unshackled by society's rules. Psychologically, DID often stems from trauma or extreme stress, leading the mind to fragment into multiple identities as a defense mechanism. The narrator's repressed rage and dissatisfaction manifest as Tyler, who takes over to act out what he himself cannot. This raises the question: how much of our identity is truly us, and how much is a construct built by society's expectations? One of the movie's most famous lines is, "The things you own end up owning you." This is a direct attack on consumer culture, the modern obsession with material possessions as a source of identity. The narrator fills his life with IKEA furniture and designer suits, believing these things define him. Yet, deep down, he feels hollow. This is a psychological concept known as the hedonic treadmill, where we chase happiness through external means, only to find it slipping away. Tyler Durden represents the rejection of this system. He mocks societal norms, burns down financial institutions, and embraces chaos. But is complete rebellion the answer? Fight Club challenges us to think, how do we balance personal freedom with a structured society? Are we truly making choices, or are we just following a script written by corporations and social expectations? Another powerful psychological theme in Fight Club is the crisis of masculinity. The film suggests that modern men have become disconnected from their primal instincts. In an era where physical strength and raw aggression are no longer necessary for survival, many feel lost, trapped in white-collar jobs, and emotionally repressed. Fight Club itself becomes a way for these men to reclaim their sense of power, not just physically, but psychologically. The fights aren't about violence. They're about feeling something in a numb world. The club acts as a modern tribal ritual bonding men through shared struggle and pain. Psychologists have long studied how hardship and group bonding strengthen identity. This is why fraternities, the military, and even extreme sports create deep connections. But Tyler takes this idea too far, pushing for complete destruction of societal norms, leading to Project Mayhem, a terrorist-like movement. This raises a crucial psychological question. Where is the line between self-discovery and self-destruction? One of Fight Club's biggest psychological tricks is making us question reality. The narrator doesn't realize he is Tyler Durden until the very end. This plays into the concept of an unreliable narrator, a psychological state where the protagonist and the audience cannot trust what they see. This aligns with real-world psychological conditions where individuals experience distorted perceptions of reality, such as schizophrenia or severe dissociation. The film forces us to ask, how often do we lie to ourselves? How much of our daily life is constructed from our personal biases rather than objective truth? By the end of the movie, the narrator realizes that Tyler's philosophy is not the solution. It's another extreme. Fight Club doesn't tell us to abandon society, nor does it suggest blind conformity. Instead, it presents a paradox. We crave structure, but we also desire freedom. We seek comfort, yet we long for danger. The challenge is finding balance. Psychologically, this ties into the yin-yang theory, the idea that opposing forces must coexist for harmony. Too much order leads to suffocation. Too much chaos leads to destruction. The narrator's journey is one of finding his true self, not as a mindless corporate drone or a destructive anarchist, but as someone in control of his own life. So, what does Fight Club teach us about psychology? It's a deep dive into identity, consumerism, repressed emotions, and the duality of human nature. The film is a wake-up call, urging us to question our roles in society and the illusions we live under. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Tyler Durden's philosophy is justified? Are we all just playing characters society expects us to be? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing psychology breakdowns. And until next time, stay curious, and maybe don't talk about Fight Club.